Good morning. We're glad you're here on this Monday. I'm Tim Pham. We have a lot to get to today, but we're starting things off with a look at your weather forecast on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Nicole Hernandez is in for meteorologist Thomas Patrick. And Nicole, it is once again very cold this morning, just like it was over the weekend.
Yeah, no, I came in my skirt this morning and our EP Cody was like, that's what you wore outside. Don't do that. I was literally just going from the car to the building, but still it was so cold, even just doing that. And that's because we're literally in the negatives, -1 degree here in Spokane right now across the region, sticking at that kind of really cold temperatures across the entire region. Wenatchee, Moses Lake making their way up to just 1 degree. Spokane again still at -1. Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint even further into the negatives than that. And as we look forward to the day, we are going to start warming up, but not by much. We're warmer today than we were this weekend, don't get me wrong, but still very cold, significantly below average, warming up to 10 to 12 degrees depending on where you're at.
Temperatures we've been seeing, it's not only keeping your home warm that should take priority. Frozen pipes are a common occurrence in this type of weather, especially in older homes. Any pipe exposed to temperatures below 20 degrees for several hours is at risk of freezing. Some ways to spot if your pipe is frozen is if your faucet isn't working, you smell an odor coming from a pipe, or you hear whistling and banging sounds from inside your walls. This could end up costing you thousands of dollars to repair.
Typically, it can be catastrophic. You can all of a sudden see the water coming down through light fixtures in your ceiling. All of a sudden, you can see water coming down your walls. And it's just very obvious at that point that you're going to need to call somebody.
Well, Ray Craven is the owner of Patch Boys in Spokane. He fixes drywall that gets damaged from burst pipes. He says some ways to prevent frozen pipes is to keep your faucet dripping, keep the temperature in your home to at least 55 degrees, and leave doors open under a sink to help circulate the warm air. This morning, Avista customers can return to normal energy use. This after they told customers to limit their use during the extreme cold. In a statement, the company said, quote, "We are deeply grateful for our customers' understanding, cooperation, and efforts to conserve energy during this period. It was heartwarming to observe our customers take on conservation efforts that helped our communities make it through this challenging time," end quote. A Spokane woman pleaded guilty to a 2022 murder on Friday. Police say 32-year-old Rose Sudine killed 53-year-old James Clark in Rochester Heights Park back in July of 2022. Police say she murdered him in the middle of the day. The judge sentenced Sudine to 12 years in prison.
And so the court is going to accept that recommendation and sentence Ms. Sudine to 144 months.
With credit for time served, Sudine will be free in 10.5 years. She told the court she wanted to take responsibility for her actions. Covering North Idaho this morning, over the weekend, rescue crews recovered the body of a man killed in an avalanche in Shoshone County. This is new video from the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, their helicopter at Stevens Peak. The two men walked 2 to 3 miles to meet rescuers, one of them with a broken arm. After talking to 2 of the survivors, the rescue crew determined Corey Zalewski died in the avalanche. The sheriff's office has notified his family. Well, we are now 1 week into the 2024 legislative session, and Idaho lawmakers introduced another piece of legislation to limit library materials. The proposed act would require Idaho school boards to develop policies to select, review, and consider library materials. This means if requested by a community member, a committee would have 45 days to discuss whether or not to remove material from the library. If a library does not comply with the committee's decision, it would have to close until it is willing to comply. In the meantime, Coeur d'Alene School District is predicting a budget shortfall in 2025. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press report the district's director of finance says a decrease in state support totaling more than $500,000, as well as several other expenses, are to blame for the projected shortfall. The district superintendent says addressing the shortfall will require several cost-cutting measures. It's up for discussion this week. As the nation celebrates the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, there are plenty of ways to honor his work and what he meant to the world. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is live right now at the MLK Center in Spokane. So Brandon, tell us some more about what's happening today. Good morning.
Good morning, Tim. Well, we're excited to start our day here at the MLK Center in Spokane. This place is an area that really celebrates Dr. King's legacy and his life mission every single day of the year. So just happy to be over here. And right now we've got the executive director, Mrs. Frida Gandy. She has been amazing and she does this all year long. And just want to say thank you for doing what you do. And then also, are you excited about the events that are planned here in Spokane today?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm just super excited today for the events that are planned. It's a little cold, but we will still all come out. I just recommend that people who are going to participate in the actual march put on a couple layers.
That's right, yep.
But other than that, we're inside the convention center where it's just really nice and warm, so that, you know, we can continue to celebrate.
Yeah, well, and a lot of people are coming together. So can you talk about what's taking place inside of the convention center in terms of what's available at this resource fair?
So we have the resource fair is comprised of several different social service agencies that are just doing amazing work in Spokane as well. So they will have tables, they will have information to share with you. For example, the Spokane NAACP will be there. The Way to Justice will be there. Providence will be on hand, conducting blood pressure checks.
Oh, wow.
Range Health will be there if you still need a flu shot or a COVID vaccine. We also have just a whole host of other organizations such as the YWCA, Excelsior Wellness. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of work is being put into it, and I know you're working hard too, so we appreciate you. And then also, I guess there's one more that I wanted to mention today as well, because also taking place at the Convention Center is Eastern Washington University students, right, are hosting a panel on diversity and inclusion. So that's another thing to look forward to. And again, the March and Rally starts at 10 a.m., correct?
10 a.m.
And then also on site at the Convention Center is that resource fair. So a lot of things planned, and we appreciate you for taking some time out of your morning to speak with us. And we'll be here for the rest of the morning. We also want to say a happy early birthday to Miss Frida. Her birthday is tomorrow, so we're celebrating that as well. And back to you all in the studio.
Happy birthday. If you are heading over to the march today, do bundle up. Lots of layers. It is still very cold, like I mentioned earlier. Besides the cold, though, we're pretty clear for today. We've got a little bit of light cloud cover over the region right now, but we end up with a nice and sunny day today. The clouds start to move in tonight into tomorrow. This cloud cover that we're seeing move its way in is ahead of a winter storm, so things are definitely changing for us. We're warming up and getting snow coming for your Tuesday night into your Wednesday. You can see every hour that goes by, the rain and snow starts creeping its way closer into the corners there of our screen here on Future Tracker. So coming up, I'll talk more about when that snow hits and how much we're expecting.